What is going on, creative family? It's Dustin Valkema, and in today's video we're talking about the Retouch4Me Skintone and how you can very quickly get an even skin tone that looks great. Now if you like what you see, go ahead and check the link in the description for a 20% discount. I'll see you in Photoshop. Alright, here we are in Photoshop taking a look at an image that I've already used the Retouch4Me action on that we set up in a previous video. Go ahead and check out the description. I'll leave a link there to that video if you're curious on how you can make a one-click automatic retouching process using these plugins. Now, in our layers panel, you'll see that I have the Retouch4Me group. I can turn this off and on, and you'll see the results here that we have. They're quite nice. In this step of the process, we want to really go in and even out the skin tones. So the first thing that we're going to do is create a stamp visible layer, and this is going to allow us to work non-destructively. Now we can head up to Filter, Retouch4Me, and then Retouch4Me Skintone. Now, once this processes, down at the bottom, we'll see that we have a close-up, which is more like a headshot. We have the half-length portrait and the full length. So this is a half-length portrait, so we'll go ahead and select half-length. This is going to reanalyze the image here. Now, with this done, let's use the middle mouse to scroll right into the face here. And now we can use the space bar to preview before and after. And we'll see that we're getting some nice tones here in the face, and it's also evening them out quite a bit. We can see this a bit more if we take our blend slider from 100 to maybe 200 here. And then we'll go ahead and use the space bar for before and after. Now for the work that I do, I usually like to go heavy-handed with this, and I'll start with something like 200, and that's mainly for the action purposes, and then I can dial that back once we're in the non-destructive layer process after the plugin's done analyzing. So we'll make sure that we have soft light here. So the soft light layer is turned on, and then we can click apply. Now, once that's processed, we'll be able to see the direct results. I'll zoom in here a bit and we can see exactly how this is starting to counter quite a few of those colors for the skin. And once we change this to soft light, we'll see that this is going to obviously have a much prettier effect on our subject here. Now, we do see that we have quite a bit being analyzed here in the hair and so on, and we can just use a layer mask to fix that. So let's go ahead and set our layers blend mode down to soft light. There we go. And now we can click this off and on and see the results. So what I'm going to do here is actually go ahead and use the lasso tool. We'll set our feather to something like maybe, I don't know, we'll just do 20 pixels. And we can now just create a garbage mask or a rough selection around the face. There it is. We can zoom out of our image, and now we're focusing primarily on the skin tones, and we can just target these areas. And the reason why I'm not using something like a selective color is just because the hair that we have here is very close to a skin tone, and I don't feel like dealing with any of that. And so we're just creating a rough selection with our lasso tool. One last arm here. All right, there we go. Now, what we'll do is with our skin tone layer selected, we can go ahead and name this skin tone, and then we can create a layer mask. And now that layer mask, if we take a look, we're going to have a nice feather right around the areas that we want this to be affecting. And we'll see that we have a nice bit of color adjustment here for the skin tone. Now, as I said before, we used a blend of 200 for this. And we can easily take our opacity and just drop this down to something like, say, 50. There we go. And now we have a nice adjustment to the skin tone, and we can carry on with the rest of our process. So that's the end of this video. Retouch4Me Skintone. It's a pretty straightforward process, and it's really nice to have this in the arsenal with the rest of the plugins that we've talked about. Again, if you like what you see, go ahead and check this out. Links in the description for a 20% discount. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.